Prepare for tears and smiles as brave soldiers reunite with their families in these unforgettable military homecomings. These kids got so excited to meet their daddy after a long time, and it was a beautiful reunion. This soldier guy surprised his mom after returning from deployment, and she didn't let him go for a second. This was the day Des returned home to surprise his loved ones, and their reactions were amazing. Nia surprised her son at school after being away for months serving in the military, and it was such a heartwarming reunion. This lady had waited for this moment for ages when Sam decided to surprise her after being in the military, and that was the best feeling ever. It was such a sweet moment when this military man surprised his daughters after getting deployed, and their reactions were priceless. Shaylin decided to come back home early from school to surprise his brother who returned home after being deployed in the military for 10 months. Bob's mother had no idea that her son was returning home after getting deployed, and her reaction showed how beautiful motherly love is. This was the best surprise Danny ever received when her boyfriend came home a week early to surprise her. Tyler surprised his granny after a long time away, and she was so happy to see him again.
God, I'm so happy to see you. Oh my God.
How are you?
Oh.
This dog was so excited to see Bria again that he began to cuddle with her, and that was such a cute moment. This was the day this soldier lady surprised her sister at school after coming home from deployment, and it was such a heartfelt reunion. Felicia surprised her daughter after 314 days apart during her class, and it was such an emotional moment.
You guys can clap if you want.
This daughter quickly hugged her daddy who came back from Iraq to surprise his family, and it was such a lovely moment.
I look at me and question me too. I know that I'm not just a weirdo.
Daddy just got back from Iraq.
Chandler and Madeline quickly got in their daddy's arms, who had been 8 months apart from them, and they couldn't wait to tell him how much they missed him. Brithy's military husband surprised his blind grandma, and after reuniting with him, she was so happy to hear his voice again.
That's what you meant when you said, Bob, Bree's bringing you a little something.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
It was such a lovely surprise from this soldier guy as he came back home after getting deployed and surprised the kids who got so excited to see their daddy. Connor's dad was so shocked to see his son again after 8 months of getting deployed.
My goodness, that's why you've been so nice. So good.
Hannah's twin brother returned after 5 months apart to surprise his family, and that was a lovely homecoming. Pierce surprised his mom on Christmas Eve, and she was so happy she quickly got emotional and hugged him so tightly as she didn't let him go for a second, and there's no doubt that was the best Christmas present ever. It was such a cute moment when this soldier guy decided to surprise his baby brother at school. Elizabeth surprised her mom after being away for months in the military, and that was such a beautiful reunion. This soldier guy decided to surprise his loved ones after coming back home from deployment, and their reactions were everything. Daniel got to surprise his siblings after returning home from the army, and they all were so delighted to see him again after so long. This was the day Brian decided to surprise his loved ones after returning back home, and I can't tell who had a better reaction. Tarinika's son was finally back home from deployment, and she got so excited to meet her son again. Jason surprised his daughter and his wife after coming back from the army, and it was such a wholesome reunion. The kids were so happy and excited to see their daddy when he returned back from his deployment.
Look how much I grew there.
All right, you are huge now.
Yeah. Sir, you know what? I went the wrong way.
Audra couldn't believe her eyes when she saw her military man at the door who finally met her after 161 days apart, and it was such a heartwarming welcome. It was a huge hug when Taylor jumped into her lover's arms, who had been 1 year apart, and she did not let him go for a second, and the crowd also started to cheer for the two lovebirds. This was the best moment of Gary's life when he got to surprise his loved ones after a year of deployment. Olivia waited patiently for this moment to meet her Navy soldier after months, and it was such an emotional moment. After 8 months apart, Audrey surprised her sisters and they were so happy to see her again. It was such a lovely reunion by these girls when they traveled all the way from Iowa to Texas just to surprise her, and it was the best moment of their lives. It was the best surprise as Andrew hugged his brother from behind, and he was so happy to see his big bro again. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one as well.